Okay, so you're probably thinking that I've no doubt dropped off the planet since it's been about a billion years since my last video, and I can assure you that I am still very much around and that I am trying my best to tolerate the overwhelming and massive amount of anime that has piled up in every single corner of my existence. I swear that if I miss one video talking about anime or the latest greatest show that's streaming, time seems to magically slip into this vortex, and the next thing I know, 1, 2, 3 a month has gone by. I woke up yesterday and I discovered, to my surprise, that Slime Diaries was already on episode 9. 9! I mean, what the actual heck have I been doing for 7 weeks? I don't know. I really thought it was just a weekend that I'd taken off, and the next thing I know, it's. Yeah. So, if you are unfortunate enough to be a member of my Discord or follow that abysmal train wreck I call a Facebook page, you may have discovered that I have been away working on trying to wrap up this nightmare probate process for my late mother's estate. As it stands now, things could be over in a few weeks. Or if all parties involved are not 1,000,000% satisfied, then it will grind on for the foreseeable future. And I will freak out and have to go live in a monastery somewhere where they cultivate semi-sentient peanuts and corn. Not even joking. It's a place. Look it up. The trick, however, is going to be finding a monastery with half-decent high-speed internet. So while I'd like nothing more than to tell you that I've done my due diligence in the past several weeks, working hard for the channel and doing live streams and growing into the next greatest content creator on the platform, it's not true. I've been really slacking. But there have been a few things that I've managed to do that kind of surprised me. The truth is, between bouts of crying, hugging my knees, and binge eating, I have been doing some productive stuff. Just not really anime. I have been getting back in touch with my own inner manga fan, and I'm really excited about that. I haven't really been into manga for years. I am a fan of manga, but manga and is that the correct grammar usage? Manga and sounds like a stage play. Manga and myself have not had the best of relationships because while I am a fan of manga, I'm not really into that format. It's always been rather hit or miss for me. And for those of you that know me very well, I'm not the biggest, I've never been one to talk about it all that much. I've always had this gap that has prevented me from being like this monumental fan. And I think it has something to do with how long it usually takes me to read through a single volume. My wife can knock back a stack of manga in a couple of hours. I'm the sort that often takes 3 days, maybe more, and in the past few weeks, I've discovered that manga can be a really great distraction for all of the butt-clenching daily stress that I've been stuck in. As a result, I have managed to read probably more manga in the past couple of weeks than I have in my entire 20 years as a fan of anime and manga in one setting. Anyway, I started and read all of the published volumes of Iji Naide Nagatoro-san, or Don't Tease Me, Miss Nagatoro. And that's like 7 volumes. Yeah, I know, right? It's freaking unheard of. I read manga, and did so in a timely manner. Usually, it takes me so long to read a manga that when I come back to it, I have no idea what's going on, and it's like, huh, who is this? Oh look, wait, what? What's going on? I'm serious. It takes me that's how long it takes me to get through a manga series. I have every volume of Dance in the Vampire Bone, and I I don't even know what it's about anymore. I really don't. I've read like 8 volumes. Don't even remember what it's about. It's like it's a thing about vampires and werewolves. I think it might be Twilight. I think they really might just be lying to me. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back in. I'm going to have to brave the fjord and try it again and see if I can get this done in a timely manner. Now, one of the reasons why I decided to read Nagatoro-san over watching the anime is because I have super strong reservations about characterization in anime. And Nagatoro-san is the type of character that I think could easily be misrepresented in an anime. By that I mean she could come off as a bully. In the manga, it's made pretty clear, no spoilers, but it's made fairly clear that Nagatoro-san has something of an ulterior motive behind her harsh teasing of her senpai. And at the end of the chapters, there will be like a little sketch or a doodle where she has this thought bubble that's like, gee, I wonder if maybe I took that a little too far. Nothing that she does in the manga is out and out physical harm. She does not hurt the senpai, aside from the emotional damage, I suppose. But there's a clear distinction of what she's doing. It's not bullying. And for someone that absolutely hates bullies, I hate bullies. I'm not even gonna. I can't just say that and leave it there, but I'm gonna have to because it's period etched in stone. I hate bullies, and that affects how I interpret and view media, entertainment, what have you. It has affected how I walk away from movies and books and other things. So for me, it's a lot easier to read the manga because I can detach myself somewhat emotionally while reading a manga. I know that that's kind of weird. Other people can read a manga and they can get very immersed in it, and they're in that world the same way I am when it comes to an anime. But when I'm reading a manga, it's not the same way as when I'm watching an anime. So there's a better sense of detachment for me when I'm reading a manga. And I'm worried that when they turn this into an anime, and I see a bullyish Nagatoro, I'm going to be ugly crying. I'm going to be like filing for a separation due to irreconcilable differences. And, what can I say? I hate bullies. So I'm afraid they're going to turn her into more of a bully than intended. So I'm kind of staying clear of the anime. Now, if you are watching Miss Nagatoro this season, then I applaud you. But if you're not, then I have to kind of take a minute here and I have to make this solid recommendation. Of course, I'm going to suggest that you read the manga. Yeah, I'm going to, it has some mild nuances in it that I think might not get applied well in an anime adaptation, or they could. It's really up to you. It's really up to you the direction that you want to go, but I have to recommend it in some form or fashion. But you would be missing out on a fantastic series either way if you passed it by. Now, the other thing that I read, or am reading, because I'm not caught up yet, and I think it's actually finished, I'm not sure. I've been reading a funny comedy harem ecchi series called Yokai Shoujo. Or Yokai Girl, Monster, Yokai Girl. I think it depends on where you're at. It's a harem comedy about a 20-something dude that fights yokai in Akihabara. That should be enough said right there, okay? It's a 20-something dude that lives in Akihabara and he fights yokai. And it somehow works. How it happens is kind of weird because the kind of yokai that we're talking about, we're not talking about ghosts because ghosts and yokai are two different things, but we're talking about like the urban monsters, the urban demons, not quite demons, but you know, like say for example, folklore legends and things have sort of all converged in Akihabara due to various reasons. Maybe because it's such a hub for strong emotions and things. I don't know. There is some explanation given, but this guy has like a sixth sense. He's able to see into the spirit world, and of course on this plane there are ghosts and there are yokai, and he battles yokai, and kind of like a yokai buster, and in the process sort of gathers together a kind of a harem. It's a wonky harem, I will admit, because it's kind of made up of his ghost sister, a yokai girl that can stretch her neck really long, like that weird teacher in Little Nightmares 2, and some other characters. But I can tell you this, it has a huge otaku element to it, and even though one of the characters refers to the main guy as not being like a true otaku, calls him a faux taku. I've never heard that word before. I read this and I had to look it up. It's a word. It is a word, and it means something. Look it up yourself. I don't like it. I find it an ugly, unsavory word. But there it is. He's a faux taku that lives in and works in Akihabara. But nevertheless, it has more eye candy than you could really shake a stick at, and it has all of the cultured goodness one could possibly ask for. So I definitely have to recommend it. I'm only 4 volumes in right now, and I'm really excited to read more. But if you want to get your hands on this one, then you're gonna have to go through. I think it's on the Ghost Ship label of Seven Seas Entertainment, which is their ecchi label. It's their cultured goodness label. Okay, so go there if you want to read it. I've been reading all of my manga digitally, and if you want to read digital manga to save space on your shelves, then do what I do and go to Bookwalker. This is not a paid advertisement for Bookwalker. God, I wish it were. But Bookwalker has saved me so much time and energy and space when it's come to light novels and manga. I can't sing their praises enough. And they're basically direct. You're not going to get none of this nonsense from like, oh, Amazon dropped yet another batch of manga because of it's just too cultured. No. You're not going to get that here. Bookwalker, they deliver, okay? Not like a pizza. It's not going to be on your doorstep, but you know what I'm saying. They deliver the goods, okay? So there's my long-winded speech about going to Bookwalker. Are you happy now? I'm not even getting paid for this, and I'm turning it into an advert. Thanks. Now, you may be asking me, but Gruzbee, where's all the anime videos? Okay, listen up. Listen up. All right, look, I'm going to be honest. I only managed to catch up on 2 anime this past weekend. All right, 2 anime. 2. Just 2. I'm 7 weeks behind. That's 14 episodes of anime in 2. I feel like a king. I feel like I should get an award. I need to be praised for that. Crunchyroll needs to present me with a Weeb Award for Best Weeboo Participation by a guy who likes anime. That needs to get me that award. I did something. I did something. Okay? What did you do? You waited for me to make a video? Shame on you. Go read Nagatoro-san. Alright? Go get cultured. Wait on me? My God. To be honest, it's just really been bad timing. It's really bad timing. I went into making anime review videos again after such a long break because it was kind of an act of sheer desperation, okay? I have been hemorrhaging subs on my YouTube channel almost as much as the Fine Brothers that time they decided that they were going to trademark reaction videos, okay? I'm serious. It's been just completely butt backwards as far as the popularity curve is concerned, okay? So I started doing the anime review videos again because I needed to put some kind of content on the channel, and the way that I had figured out to do it seemed to be not me in front of a camera trying to do a bunch of editing. I could just write a script, record the script, and put it up as it was, you know. But here's the thing. Even after more than a month of putting up content on the channel, yeah, I gained 2 subscribers, but I lost 10, okay? So, to be fair, the viewer count did go up. I mean, I was getting some views. Some attention was coming back to the channel. But I think that was mostly due in part to the returning fans that were watching the videos and the content. Not from any actual new views. Not new eyes on my content. So it's really safe to say, after a lot of debating and sitting around, you know, in between the crying and binge eating and the hugging my knees and the probate crap, I've kind of come to the conclusion that I'm kind of with everyone else here. Anime reviews are just, in a traditional sense, they're just over. They're just not something people are doing anymore. If there is an Anituber out there that is still doing anime reviews, then it's because they have a very firm grasp on their community. They have a very strong viewer base, and that's what they're about. But there have been so many Anitubers that have had to switch gears, especially in the past couple of years. So it's just, it still exists, but with so many people trying to jump into the scene and talk about anime. Look, guys, okay, here's real talk. All right, real talk. Anime reviews were a thing that were beneficial 8 to 10 years ago, all right? 8 to 10 years ago, we had a brand new generation of anime fans that were hungry. We didn't have anime consumption the same way. Now we can literally get anime from almost everywhere. Our phone, our PCs. We stream it from outer space by Netflix with a very crappy dub and sub. We get it from the not so savory websites. Heck, we get it from the source. There is a faucet in our room that has anime on it, and we just okay. The need for people to talk about anime is over. People are not looking for my opinion on what to watch. They've already watched it, and they've already got an opinion. If you want proof of that, just go to my anime list and read through the review section. My God, I wish you luck. Pray up, take a rosary, but it's there, all right? The need for me to talk about anime is only going to exist in some has-been format where, what can I bring you? What can I tell you about this season of anime that you yourself don't already know? What can I tell you about anime of the past decade that you yourself don't already know? That's the point, okay? That's kind of it. So I think anime reviews are kind of over. I think talking about them in general and just saying, oh, hey, I watched this anime and it was really good. If you've heard of it, go watch it. I think that's one thing. But sitting down and analyzing an anime, nobody really wants that. I mean, I tried doing the deep dives into anime. It didn't stick. Nobody cares about the guy who drew the scene in that scene in an anime. They don't care that he worked on that for 5 months and yet also worked on DBZ. They only want to know, when is the next season of whatever popular show going to come out, and do I think it deserves the controversy that it's probably gotten? Which I'm going to say nah to both. Okay, so yeah, anime reviews are kind of done. But that doesn't mean that there isn't things to do. I am going to have to do like a lot of the other creators if I want the channel to survive. Otherwise, if I don't adapt and I don't evolve the channel, it's going to be gone. It's as simple as that. It's going to get to a point where it's just me and one other sub, okay? We don't want that. So for now, though, with everything that's been on my plate and all of the stress that I've been under, and you know, it's kind of been for the best that I took some time off. And I may need more time. I may need to take more time. Dealing with lawyers, deadlines, and negotiations on behalf of my late mother's estate, you know, ensuring that her wishes are met was a position that I found myself in that I never, you know, it's something that I was never prepared for. And it's something that has consumed more of my life than I really ever imagined possible. Combined with quarantine, it's literally been hell on earth. Juggling the grief, stress, anxiety, and then on top of that, we had a pandemic outbreak, and then you get quarantined into a one-bedroom apartment where you wake up and you wake up and it's there. You go to sleep and it's there. So yeah, it's been rough, but I'm still deep down something of an optimist, and I think that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah. Now, if you do want me to talk about anime and do videos about anime, then that's great. I want to. Here's the catch. It's going to be up to you to tell me, all right? You're going to have to talk to me. I've said this a lot over the past years, What do you guys want to hear? What do you guys want me to do? Blah, 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 blah. And, I usually don't get any response. I have to intuit what I hope you guys want to see. I have to try to guess. I don't get a lot of replies, my call to action button, when they handed me my YouTube channel, I got a busted call to action button. There's this thing in YouTube that says if you want to grow your channel, then at some point in your video, do this call to action. Be like, hey, my dudes, oh my gosh, guys, what do you think, guys, comment, guys, tell me, guys, talk to me, guys, tell me what you want. And yeah, doesn't work. My button's broke. All right, it's never worked in the 7 years that I've made content. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a level 5 Esper. If you want me to talk about something that's going on in the anime community, then you're going to have to bring it to my attention. Simple as that. You can do that by following me on my Discord or going to my janky Facebook page and leaving me a comment. All right, it's as simple as that. If you haven't done so, you can even sub here on YouTube and comment down below. Although I'm still pretty sure that the call to action button here is broken. Still, you can try. It's literally the easiest thing in the world to do. Just click the button to subscribe and leave a comment. Hey man, there's an outbreak going on in the anime community over some outrage. I will make a video on it like that. You know, just yeah, let's do it. But if I don't know about it, chances are I don't think you'd want to hear about it, and that's, I think, where we're not lining up. We're not meeting here in the middle. All right, you're gonna have to bring it to my attention. So anyway, that's pretty much all I really had. I just wanted to do a little bit of an update video for everyone, let them know what's been going on, why I've been absent for so long, and once again apologize for having to constantly take these breaks. They're stress-inducing as it is to come back. I mean, once you're away for a certain period of time and then you do come back, you're thinking, what am I even going to talk about? And then that's literally where I've been for the past week. What in the heck am I even going to talk about? Because I'm so far behind on the anime, I can't make an anime review video. Am I going to talk about The Sky is Blue? So hopefully this video made some kind of sense. If it did, like it. And if it didn't, don't like it. It really doesn't matter, because I will take any of the attention you can give me, whether it's positive or negative at this point. I'm not joking. I will take 1,000 thumbs downs. Thumbs down, thumb things down if it means somebody pays attention to me. That's sad. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video here before I make a complete and total fool of myself, more than I've already done, obviously. But I just wanted to give everyone a bit of a weeb alert and let you know what's been going on in my world. Have an amazing day, everyone. Keep being awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.